Say hello to the Nubia Z70 Ultra. Yes, finally got my hands on one. Thanks to the folks over at Nubia for sending out. This is a really interesting phone. It has the world's first ever adjustable aperture for the primary camera. 50 megapixel is 35 millimeter. Supposed to take some pretty phenomenal photos. So I can't wait to test that out. I've got the version that's 12 gigabytes, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. Starts off at, I believe, about $729 US, or at least that's what the equivalent price is. Got some pretty cool stuff going on. IP68, 69 dust and water resistance, about 2000 nits brightness, 144 hertz refresh rate, big beautiful screen, stereo speakers, the whole 9 yards. And it has an under the screen display camera, which under the display camera, which is cool. And well, let's test it all out. So let's dive in, do the unboxing, take a look at it. Here we have the Nubia Z70 Ultra, and I'm really excited about this one. Thankfully, the fine folks over at Nubia sent it out for me to review. This is a special phone, and there's been a lot of positive response to this one, a lot of interest in it because it has a pretty crazy camera on it. But anyway, let's go ahead and take it out of the box first so we can get to the meat and potatoes of this. So we have the Z70 Ultra here, and it's got the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor in it, which is the latest and greatest 3nm processor from the guys over at Qualcomm. And I've tested it out on several phones already, and that's off to a bad start. I've tested it out on several phones already, and it's a really great processor. I mean, it's so powerful. It's like a whole gigahertz faster than the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, which was last year's flagship chip. And this is a serious looking camera module on the back, but I like how it's set up. Like, you see the big camera here, the big primary camera is 50 megapixel, 64 megapixel periscope telephoto with a 2.7 times optical zoom, and then you got a 50 megapixel ultra wide. And I like how it's laid out. Instead of everything just being one little stack, like you can see this sensor here. This camera looks like it means serious business as an adjustable physical aperture, which is pretty crazy. I guess you do that inside the camera app probably. But I like the build on it. It's a nice boxy phone, flat sides. You got the flat appearance there on the sides and the back. It's kind of uniform, which is nice. And then you've got, I guess it's an alert slider switch over here, which is pretty cool. I haven't used one of these. I don't think I've ever used a Nubia phone. I've been trying to get one from these guys for years. I'm sorry. I did the Nubia Flip, and it was pretty good. Like, it's a neat little flip phone. But this one right here is the first, like, true flagship phone others I got to test. I've looked at them several years in a row. Mobile World Congress, they always look amazing. So anyway, yeah, there's that IP68, IP69. So if you're wondering about IP69, it's been a topic of discussion now because, like, the Oppo Find X8 Pro, I believe that's what it is, has the IP68, 69, the OnePlus 13 IP69, and what that means is that instead of just the normal IP68 where you throw it in the water and it can be underwater for half an hour up to like 1.5 meters, IP69 is like pressurized water. So I don't recommend throwing this out in the car wash and hitting it with a pressure washer, but it's supposed to be able to handle that, some level of pressurization. We've got the, what is this called? Infrared sensor on top. I'm not used to having an infrared sensor on a phone, but some people that use them love these things, swear by them. Then you got the flat screen here. We're going to hit the power button. It's a nice little red power button over here on the side. This phone just came out not 2 weeks ago. 228 grams, and it doesn't say what kind of glass it has on it. I'm hoping it's Gorilla Glass, but 6.85-inch display, 89.7% screen-to-body ratio, 2000 nits peak brightness, 144 hertz refresh rate, and it's also got Android 15 out of the box, Nebula A iOS, and it's got 256 gigabytes of storage, 12 gigs of RAM, UFS 4, and it can shoot up to 8K video. 8K video, 30 frames per second, does 4K up to 120, and then the selfie camera, a little bit more modest, 16 megapixel, it does 1080p at 30 frames per second. So it's still not up to speed with some of the other ones that do 4K video. So there's that. Let's take a look at the rest of what's inside the box. So let's see here. Hopefully this is a case. It is nice when they come with the case in the box. Yes, we have a case. Quick start guide with, if you ever want to read this, some of the world's most useless documentation. Like, at this point, there's pretty much a pretty large technical proficiency whenever it comes to it comes to smartphones. Like if you can't figure out how to start one up, maybe you don't need to use a smartphone. So it does come with a case. It's a nice little silicone case, fits on there nicely. And it's not the most expensive or the high quality one in the world, but at least it's there. And it does appear that there's a screen protector. Yep, screen protector built in, so that's good. You're protected out of the box. And then we have, there should be probably the charging cable. If I can get it out of here. Yes. Got a red charging cable, very much like the one guys over OnePlus. And this is a USB-C to USB-C. So we have that. What's in the box? And last but not least here, we have the power brick. Wow, it's actually a North American power brick I can use too. And this is rated for charging. Let me see, what is it rated for charging? Rated for charging up to 80 watts. So 80 watts, power delivery 3.0, quick charge 4. And it also has Wi-Fi 7, Snapdragon sound, 24-bit audio, stereo speakers, a 6150 milliamp battery. So that's really cool. So take the paper off of that. Nice shiny piano black power brick here. So that'll be nice. I can't wait to use this, test it out with the phone. And that's pretty much it for the unboxing. Apparently it comes in 3 different colors. It comes in black, gold, and starry night. I think this is very clearly not gold or starry night. This is the black color, but it looks professional, looks sleek. And I can't wait to get this set up and test it out even more and learn more about it. And also it does have facial recognition, and it has a fingerprint scanner under the screen, but it's optical. It's not ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which is a little sad, but at least some companies are getting on board with that. So anyway, that's the unboxing. All right, I did some more investigation. I don't have a reviewer's guide or anything. So I was curious about the little switch on the side, and I thought it was an alert slider, kind of like with what you get with OnePlus. It's actually for the camera. I think you can program it for something else, but it's for the camera. So whenever you flip the switch, it puts it into the camera mode, which is pretty cool. There's lots of features in here: Pro mode, new Starburst mode, all sorts of different things to test out. And I'll be testing it out as I do my review of this phone. I put my SIM card in it. I've been using the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold for the last couple of weeks. Migrated my SIM card over to this, and I'm interested to get it tested out. I mean, 6150 milliamp battery, 80 watt charging. It's got a lot of nice features going along with it. Solid build quality, and I love the way this camera module looks on the back. You can tell it means serious business. I've seen some stuff on it that's pretty impressive, and I can't wait to test it out myself. So I'm glad that I got my hands on this. It's first ever Nubia flagship phone I've ever got my hands on, and I've been interested in them for a long time. Like every year I go to Mobile World Congress, I talk to the rep. I'm like, hey, can y'all send me one of these? Finally, they did. So I'm very grateful for that. And I can't wait to test it out for you guys, share some more with you. It's got Android 15 already on it. It's pretty lightly skinned. There's not a whole lot going on here. It's kind of their own take on it. But it's nice. It's fluid. Seems pretty responsive. The haptics are all right so far. I've got it set up. I got all my favorite apps on there. Got my Twitter, or X rather. Reddit, Instagram, Boom Beach, a great phone for Boom Beach, right? 144 hertz, exactly what Boom Beach was intended to be played on. But anyway, that's all I got with this unboxing, kind of initial review of the phone. So far, I like it, and it's pretty impressive, and I can't wait to dive in more, really get out there, test it, take some cool photos, share this stuff with you guys, and kind of give you the real deal on it. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, things you want to know about the phone as I'm testing it, please go ahead and leave those in the comment section, and I'll get back with you and look into see if I can integrate some of that stuff. If you enjoyed the video, if you like this stuff, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.